So today we're gonna do a more in-depth review of the watch. Since my unboxing video, I've used this watch for about 3 days straight now of this recording of this video. So just to go over a quick review of this watch. It has the most of the basic functionality of a smartwatch. Um, with the settings. There are only a few interface that you can choose from. Basically, only four that you can choose from. So you get this interface, oh, this interface, this interface, and this interface. So it's basically very limited as to there are different types of interface that you can choose from. This is one of the interface that is pretty popular because it's pretty easy to read. The other dial one that I showed you earlier was kind of difficult to read for the times sometimes. One of the things that I found this watch to be a little off is the heart rate monitor. So it takes a while for it to actually record your heart rate. So I'll just put on this watch real quick just to show you a demo. So it's even slower than the original U Watch 3 that I have. So once I put this on, right, I'll show you, click on the heart rate. It'll actually take like a good minute. Yeah. So it's not your fastest heart rate monitor out there. 66, heart, 67. So it does do a continuous recording of your heart rate. So which is good to see because I know the original U Watch 2 that when they first started making watches, you have to actually manually click to measure your heart rate. It's definitely good to see Umidigi is continuing improving their hardware. But I do want to see more software capabilities that they have. If you do the oxygen as well, I believe this feature was also in the Umidigi um, U Watch 3. But as I mentioned on my first video, I'm not really a huge fan of these two buttons since this is not a what do you call it, like a automatic watch or some fancy watch. This is a digital watch, so I don't think physical buttons is really needed. Because this obviously doesn't really look too slick, but having the physical button does help. Sometimes with the stopping of a timer or um, something that you need to do real quick instead of swiping it back on your display, because sometimes it might be hard to navigate through the screen with you have sweaty fingers or you're in a workout. So that will be the only time when I see that these buttons are useful. So let me just take off the watch so I can show you better the uh, the watch and all the other functions. So there are different sports data that it can record: running, walking, treadmill, bike, cycling, hike, climb, rower, so rowing, badminton. I don't even know why you need to record when you're playing badminton. Elliptical, football. So whenever you're ready to play, you just start the workout, and then they'll measure, the time being that you played. And then, when you want to go back, you swipe left to right to go back. If you want to go to the other side, just click on it, and then it'll bring you back to the page. So basketball, tennis. So you get a lot of random sports events that you can track your workout. So if you swipe back to left to right, then you're back to the main page. So you get the sports data, obviously empty. I cleared it out earlier. So, and then, the status of your current workouts, and then back to here, sleep monitor. As we tested earlier, the heart rate and oxygen, and then the blood pressure. I can test that out too while I have this up. So it's measuring. I don't know how accurate this will be, but give it a couple more minutes. I don't know if it's because I'm holding the watch. It's causing it to not being able to measure. Oh, there you go. So I don't know how accurate these are since I don't regularly do a blood pressure reading, but this looks like it's normal. And then messages, you can look at the messages once you sync it up to your app. So I can talk about the app a little bit later on. So you can also control your music once you have your Bluetooth connected to this watch. And then the weather, controlling the flashlight on your phone, the alarm clock, once you sync that up to your phone as well. And, find your phone, and then the compass controlling the shutter, and then the timer, stopwatch, and then the setting. And that's the last setting that they have here. So if you go back to the compass, so this is a pretty cool feature, right? You can actually see the compass using your watch. So there's a gyroscope within this watch. So that's one of their what they claim their GPS function. Oh, back to here with the flashlight. Sorry to skip around here, but so this is kind of like their flashlight. So you can light up the screen to white, so you can use it as a flashlight if you're in the dark or something outside. But back to the compass. Yeah, so this is what they call this the compass. So you do have to calibrate it most of the time when you use this function. So you have to like do the figure eight. Let me try this again. All right, let me try it off the screen a little bit. I guess it didn't work this time, but if you do the 8, several times, do it correctly, then you'll be able to use the compass on this watch. And you can do stopwatch and then timer. So this is what the stopwatch looks like. If you go back, so back to settings. So the vibration on this watch is set for high, so it is pretty high. So I would recommend put it on low if you do use this watch. And unless you needed to wake yourself up while wearing the watch. You get all the other reminders, silent, drink water, and then when you need to pop a pill. And then what else? Well, 3 period, if you're a girl. So the keys. So some of the buttons here, it's kind of not intuitive because it kind of brings you back to the home page, and then you have to go back in again and press it again. So and then this, you get the different settings, restore. So there isn't really much that you need to restore on this watch, since this is a pretty basic watch. It's not like a Garmin or Fitbit that you can have a lot of customization and even put songs in the watch. So back to what I said earlier with the app. So if you want to link the watch with your phone, you will have to download the Pi Active app. as you can see right here on their manual. And so this app actually has a really bad review, and I can understand why people did put that review down. Just because the app wasn't really um, customize it to the way for the user to be easily used, and it's basically for it to just provide updates if there are any to this watch. So if you see this app in the Play Store or Apple Store, you'll see like a 1.5 star review out of 5 stars. So um anyways, so this watch, this is a basically more of an in-depth overview of this watch. If you want me to provide more details, I can certainly uh, provide them to you if you just leave a comment below. And please like and subscribe to this channel, and thumbs up this video if you like this, and if you want to see more videos like this. So I did order the Umidigi A9 Pro, and it should be arriving by end of December. So stay tuned for more videos on the A9 Pro once I get my hands on that phone. And stay tuned, and happy holidays, and wish you guys have a safe and happy holidays. All right, take care everybody.